You're now watching Cần Thơ News, Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station. Here are the headlines. Cần Thơ City has proposed a merging plan to align with the party central committee policy of making it a centrally run municipality. Cần Thơ City transport, warehousing, support, and postal services revenue rose nearly 12% year-on-year in the first quarter of 2025. Top news today. Cần Thơ City has proposed a plan to merge administrative units from Sóc Trăng and Hậu Giang provinces, aligning with the Party Central Committee's policy to establish Cần Thơ as a centrally run city. The proposed plan articulates three principal justifications for designating the merged provincial administrative unit as Cần Thơ City. Firstly, the name pays homage to the city's profound historical and cultural heritage, acknowledging Cần Thö's long-standing prominence as a cultural nucleus within the Mekong Delta. Secondly, Cần Thơ City possesses significant brand equity, being one of Vietnam's 6th century-run cities and functioning as the Mekong Delta's economic, financial, and logistical epicenter. Preserving this name is intended to capitalize on its established reputation to attract investment, enhance competitiveness, and solidify its regional leadership position. Thirdly, the adoption of existing name offers advantages in terms of simplicity, clarity, and cost-effectiveness. It minimizes administrative upheaval and circumvents potential confusion associated with document transitions, thereby conserving time, resources, and reducing the impact on both residents and businesses. Furthermore, the administrative and political center of the unified unit will be located in Ninh Kiều district of Cần Thơ City, further reinforcing its central role within the newly constituted provincial framework. The Cần Thơ City People's Committee proposes using 2,558 out of 2,811 existing administrative headquarters from Cần Thơ City, Hậu Giang, and Sóc Trăng, with a surplus of 253, 143 in Cần Thơ, 110 in Hậu Giang, and 2 in Sóc Trăng. Concerning the plan and roadmap for managing headquarters and public assets following the reorganization of provincial-level administrative unit, the arrangement and utilization of these assets will adhere to government regulations on the rearrangement of handling public assets, as well as directives from relevant authorities. Provincial and municipal party committees and local administrations in the areas designated to host the administrative headquarters of the newly formed unit will be responsible for proactively balancing and allocating budgetary resources for the investment, repair, renovation, and upgrading of existing working headquarters that will continue to serve the operations of the reorganized administrative unit. Furthermore, the allocation of public housing for caterees, civil servants, public employees, and workers within the administrative unit will be managed to ensure stable working conditions within the new administrative structure post-reorganization. The proposed merger of Cần Thơ City, Hậu Giang, and Sóc Trăng provinces is projected to result in the retirement and benefit eligibility of 624 individuals and the redundancy or layoff of 102,000 caterees, civil servants, and public employees. The plan outlines measures to handle surplus personnel following the merger of administrative units. It proposes retirement with benefits for 624 individuals, termination or payroll streamlining for 1,212, and internal transfer or reassignment for 36,680 staff. Leadership salaries and allowances will be preserved for those continuing to work without holding prior positions, lasting until the end of the election or appointment term. If the remaining term is under 6 months, benefits will still be reserved for a full 6 months. After this period, compensation will align with the new roles or retirement policies. Redundant caterees, civil servants, public employees, and workers affected by the restructuring will be assessed on a case-by-case basis. They may be reassigned within the political system of a newly formed unit or receive retirement, job termination, or downsizing benefits following current government regulations. The General Statistics Office reports a continued improvement in nationwide industrial production for the first quarter of 2025, with the index of industrial production estimated to have risen by 7.8% year-on-year, the highest first quarter growth since 2020. Within the overall 7.8% growth in industrial production for the first quarter of 2025, the processing and manufacturing sector was a key driver, expanding by 9.5% and contributing 7.9 percentage points. Other notable increases include electricity production, distribution, water supply, waste and wastewater management, and treatment. Several key industrial products also saw significant year-on-year growth in the first quarter, such as automobile, over 81.5%, televisions, over 22%, and natural fiber fabrics, over 18%. In March 2025, the consumption index for the entire processing and manufacturing industry rose by 6.5% month-on-month and 3.5% year-on-year. For the first quarter of 2025 as a whole, this consumption index showed a 5.4% increase compared to the same period last year. Cần Thơ City saw total revenue from transportation, warehousing, support services, and postal delivery services reached 2,228 billion Vietnamese dong in the first quarter of 2025, an 11.95% increase year-on-year. Breaking down the 2,228 billion Vietnamese dong in transportation revenue for the city in first quarter of 2025, passenger transport is estimated to have generated 395 billion, while freight transport contributed significantly with an estimated of 1,466 billion. Warehousing and transport support services are estimated at 284 billion and postal and delivery services at 82 billion. The city's statistic office notes that these positive revenue figures reflect the strong growth in both transport output and circulation observed in the city since the beginning of the year, effectively catering to travel demands and facilitating production and import-export. As of April 11, 2025, the Ministry of Ethnic Minorities and Religions reports that 195,068 temporary and dilapidated houses have been supported for elimination nationwide, with 63,370 completed and 101,698 currently under construction. The synchronous and drastic nationwide implementation of the program to eliminate temporary and dilapidated housing is significantly enhancing the quality of life for hundreds of thousands of households, particularly poor and near-poor households and ethnic minorities. This support is specifically targeting three main groups: 20,444 houses for people with revolutionary contributions, 62,116 houses under two national target programs, and 112,508 houses under the program to eliminate temporary and dilapidated houses. The Central Steering Committee for Food Safety has issued guidelines for intersectoral inspections during the 2025 Food Safety Action Month, from April 15 to May 15, focusing on collective kitchens, catering services, and street food to detect violations and address management gaps. The Central Steering Committee for Food Safety has tasked the Ministries of Health, Agriculture and Rural Development, and Industry and Trade with coordinating with relevant agencies to form 5 interdisciplinary inspection teams. These teams will inspect 10 provinces and cities, with each team overseeing 2 localities: Ho Chi Minh City, Bình Phước, Quảng Bình, Quảng Trị, Hà Nội, Bắc Giang, Ninh Thuận, Bình Thuận, Điện Biên, and Lai Châu. Furthermore, these 3 ministries have directed their functional units to conduct unannounced inspections in other provinces and cities to ensure the effective implementation of Food Safety Action Month. On the morning of April 15, Lưu Hữu Phước Park in Ninh Kiều District served as the venue for the launching ceremony in response to the 2025 Month of Action for Food Safety. Ninh Kiều District is promoting food safety under the theme Ensuring Food Safety, focusing on collective kitchens, catering services, and street food. Objectives include preventing contamination and mass food poisoning by raising awareness, clarifying responsibilities, and encouraging proactive engagement from all stakeholders in adhering to food production and trading regulations. The district publicizes safe food sources and exposes violations, conducting timely, localized inspections that have resulted in 0 reported food poisoning incidents. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.